Have you ever heard of the Doomsday Plane? It sounds like something straight out of a movie, right? Well, it's very real. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the most secretive and incredible aircraft ever built, the E-4B Night Watch. This thing is literally a flying command center, designed to keep the government running even if the world is ending.
Okay, let's just jump right in with the craziest thing about this plane. I mean, look at this. It is literally designed to be safe from a nuclear attack. We're talking about a plane that can fly through the apocalypse. It's a true flying fortress, built for the absolute worst day in human history. So you gotta ask, right? If everything on the ground is gone, just how long can this thing stay up there? The answer? 7. That's 7 days, a full week. With in-air refueling, this plane can just keep on flying, circling the globe long after everything on the ground has gone silent. Think about that for a second. That capability alone tells you everything you need to know about the kind of scenarios this plane was built for.
All right, so let's get into the specifics. What is the Doomsday Plane really? Well, its official name is the Boeing E-4B. And its whole purpose, its entire reason for existing, is to be a mobile, survivable command post for the highest levels of U.S. leadership. We're talking the President, the Secretary of Defense, the whole shebang, if a national emergency hits. And here's a key detail. It's not just one plane. The official name for the project is Night Watch, and it's actually a fleet of 4 of these incredible aircraft. Why 4? It's all about redundancy. It ensures that no matter what happens on the ground, there is always an airborne command center ready to direct U.S. forces. Okay, so now let's peel back the layers and look inside this flying fortress. What makes it so special? How can it possibly survive what nothing else can? Well, its defenses and its communication gear are, frankly, they're out of this world.
The level of protection here is just mind-boggling. First off, it's shielded against the thermal radiation of a nuclear blast. Then you've got EMPs, right? The electromagnetic pulse that would instantly fry the electronics on any normal plane, car, or phone. This plane is hardened against that. It's also protected from cyber attacks, and get this, it can even withstand meteor strikes. They really thought of everything.
So how does it stay in command? Check out this number, 67. That's the number of different communication antennas and satellite dishes packed onto this thing. That's not a typo, 67. It's a massive array that lets the crew on board talk to literally anyone, anywhere on Earth, no matter what.
And when I say anywhere, I mean anywhere. This is one of my favorite facts about it. It can even give military orders to submarines hiding deep in the ocean. To do that, it unspools a wire antenna that's 5 miles long. It trails behind the plane, sending special low-frequency signals that can penetrate seawater. It's how they make sure they can always talk to the most hidden part of their nuclear forces.
Now, a lot of people get this confused with Air Force One. It's an easy mistake to make, but they are totally different. Think of it this way. Air Force One is the president's mobile office. It's for transport, diplomacy, peacetime stuff. The E-4B, the Doomsday Plane, is a mobile military command center. It's built for war. So if Air Force One is the White House in the sky, the E-4B is the Pentagon in the sky. Simple as that.
So you have to be wondering, why on earth would anyone build something this extreme? To get that answer, we need to hop in a time machine. Because this plane is a purebred creation of the Cold War and its darkest fears.
It all kicked off back in 1974, right in the thick of the Cold War. The biggest fear back then wasn't just nuclear war, but a very specific kind, a decapitation strike. The idea was that a surprise attack could take out Washington, D.C., wiping out the entire U.S. leadership before they could even respond. The E-4 was built for one reason, to make sure that could never happen. By 1985, the whole fleet had been upgraded to the super advanced B model we know today.
Okay, so that's the history, but the Cold War is over, right? So what's the deal with this fleet today? And maybe even more interesting, what's next for these planes?
Well, here's the thing. The mission never actually stopped. Even today, as you're watching this, one of these 4 E-4B planes is on alert, sitting on a runway somewhere with its engines running. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. It's ready to take off at a moment's notice. That constant readiness is a direct echo from its Cold War past.
But let's be real, these planes are old. They're based on the 747s from the 1970s, so there's a huge upgrade plan in the works. The U.S. Air Force is buying 5 much newer, used Boeing 747s, and they're going to gut them and completely rebuild them from the inside out with all the latest shielding, communications, and crazy tech to create the next generation of these command posts.
So what does a project like that cost? Get ready for this. $13 billion.
That is a truly massive price tag, and a number that big tells you just how seriously the military still takes this mission.
Which brings us to the big question, right? Why spend billions on a Cold War relic? Is it really still necessary? Well, the answer is it's complicated, and the plane's mission has actually grown.
See, it turns out the E-4B is useful for more than just nuclear war. It's become a vital command center for huge natural disasters. Think about it. After a massive hurricane or earthquake, all the normal communication lines are down. This plane can fly overhead and act as the brain of the recovery operation, coordinating everything until things on the ground get back to normal. It's a lifeline in any major crisis.
But make no mistake, its original mission is still very much on the table. When geopolitical tensions flare up, like they did with North Korea a few years ago, the Doomsday Plane is a powerful symbol. It's a very clear, very stark reminder that the threats it was built to face, well, they never really went away.
And all of this leaves us with one final, big question to think about. In our world today, with all its new tensions, its crazy cyber threats, and the constant risk of some catastrophe, natural or otherwise, is a plane like this a relic of a bygone era, or is it something we actually need now more than ever?